That's just great. I thought I was recording for 3 minutes, and I look up, and I never turned it on. It was on photograph. I was standing on the deck. The captain said to me, "Tell me a story, my son," and so I began. I was standing on the deck. The captain said to me, "Tell me a story, my son," and so I began. I started out this way because it is stormy outside, and if you hear thunder and you see flashes of lightning, you'll know. And I thought this is the perfect backdrop for murder. Murder most foul. Double, double, toil and trouble. Okay, so this I'm going to review John Sandford. I have to remember what now I just said that didn't get recorded so I can say it over again. I decided not to review Umberto Eco's The Name of the Rose unless I get a request or an email or somebody wants me to say anything about it, but it's marvelously intriguing. It is a longer read. It's about 500-600 pages, I think. This is only about 3, I think. Okay, it's 400. So but these go very quickly, the John Sandford. And he's an author from Minnesota, and I loved reading him after a trip to Minnesota because I could remember places in Minnesota that he's talking about. He lives in Mankato. He goes up to Minneapolis. He goes to St. Paul. He goes up to St. Cloud. He's all over the area that I'm familiar with, and the lakes, and he's a fisherman like my dad was and a lot of my family are. I used to love to go fishing with them. But you'll really enjoy him even if you're not a fisherman, even if you're not. I mean, I think he's not really, he's a man's man, but he's also a woman's man because he's different. The protagonist, Virgil Flowers, I haven't read any of the Prey Mysteries, which is another group of books that John Sandford has written. But the protagonist in this is a professor at Gustavus Adolphus. Close to my heart. That's where my dad went to college. Gustavus Adolphus. He talks about going up the hill to Gustavus. Oh, yes, I know. In St. Peter. Oh, yes, I lived in St. Peter. So you can see why I might like John Sandford. It really makes me feel at home in Minnesota when I'm reading a book. Even though some bad things happen, but we know that Virgil Flowers he's going to get the criminal. He's going to find out. He's going to solve it. He is the expert in the whole area. This is really different because this professor is an archaeologist, and he steals a piece of archaeology from when it's dug up. He puts it in a bag. He escapes the country in the Far East. He comes home with this and tries to hide it. And the reason he's doing this, we find out there are a lot of reasons why a man who has put his whole career has been unblemished, and now he's created this, and he has Hezbollah, he has Mossad, he has all kinds of people that are groups of people that are coming to Minnesota to try to find him, and some of them are brutal, and some of them, and it's just very interesting. It sounds ridiculous to say it's fun, but it's fun. And if you want to pick up any of the Virgil Flowers books, he's written, I think, 11, and I can't wait to get through all of them. The first one, Dark of the Moon, was the first one I read. Then there's Heat Lightning, Rough Country, Bad Blood, not my favorite, but it's about musicians and a retreat for women. And it's, Shockwave, Corporate, Mad River, liked Mad River, Stormfront, the one I just, that's this one. This is Stormfront. Just finished this one. And the next one I will read is Deadline. Then I have Escape Clause, Deep Freeze, and Holy Ghost. And I also have another one that's on a campus. Actually, it looks like The next book is going to be on a campus too. But you'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love reading it. You'll love getting into the Virgil Flowers' head because he has a sense of humor. He's a tall, handsome man, and he just can handle anything. It's fun. That's my review for this week. And I hope you pick up a Virgil Flowers because I think you'll love it. John Sandford is the author. Whoop. Oh, my TV tray is a little low. Okay. Trying to get the lighting in here right is interesting. I've got a candle. Got a glass of wine. Stained me through this whole conversation. Okay. Talk to you later. Tune in. Bye.